Okay, everybody, this is 6.4 extra practice number 2. To start off, all they want you to do is to decide whether the parallelogram is a rhombus, a rectangle, or a square. So if you look at the image on the left-hand side, I notice there's a 90-degree symbol in the corner, which means that all four sides of this parallelogram have 90-degree angles. Okay, since that is the only fact that we know, that means this is a rectangle. Okay. Now, if you look on the other picture, what they're looking at is this figure right here in the yellow, which is now overlapped in blue. They gave us 2 tick marks to show congruency in sides, but we know that opposite sides are congruent. So this must be a rhombus because all 4 sides are congruent. Okay. Here it says find the measure of the numbered angles in each rhombus. Well, we know that diagonals bisect the corner angles. Right? So that means that 1 and 2 are the same, and 3 and 4 are the same. Okay? So, all we have to do in order to figure this out is that they are consecutive. 1 and 2 are consecutive with 106, right? So we get x plus 106 equals 180. I'm going to subtract 106 on both sides, and x equals, and remember, x is the entire thing. It's both angles is x, okay? X equals 180 minus 106. You type that in your calculator, and you get 74 degrees. Now, in order to find what angle 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are, you need to divide both sides by, or you need to divide 74 by 2. And 74 divided by 2 is 37. So that means each of these angles are 37 degrees, and your other one is 106. Okay? So we're going to kind of do the reverse of that scenario here. If this little tiny angle is 26, that means this side is also 26. And that means that angle 1 is also 26. And that this little side is 26. So really, all we need to find is angle 2 and angle 3. Well, remember, 26 and 26 here, right here, makes 52. So really, angle 2 plus 52 equals 180. Subtract 52 on both sides, and angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 52, which is 128 degrees. Its opposite angle is angle 3, so angle 3 is also 128. Find the measure of the numbered angles in each rhombus. So again, we have angle 1, which is the same as 118. So angle 1 is 118. Okay? Now, all we need to do is take 180 and subtract 118 by it. 180 minus 118 is 62 degrees. So that means the entire side here and here are 62. So let's take that 62, divide it in half, and we get 31 degrees. So angle 2 and angle 3 are both 31 degrees. Okay, so let's fill these in. We have 31, 31, 31, 31, and 118. Okay, same thing here. Angle 3 and angle 113 are the same. So angle 3 is 113 degrees. Now again, angle 3 is consecutive with angle 2 plus angle 4, right? So what do we get? We get 180 minus 113. And when you type that into your calculator, it gives you 67 degrees. Now I got to take that 67 and divide it by 2. 67 divided by 2 gives us 33.5 degrees. So angle 1, angle 2, and angle 4 are all 33.5 degrees. Okay, if we fill in our picture, okay. As we continue to go through these, find the measure of the numbered angles in each rhombus. Remember, for a rhombus, the angles created by diagonals are 90 degrees. And I should say the interior. So we know right off the bat that angle 2 is 90 degrees. Okay. All right, so we have all of our 90-degree angles in the center here. We know that this side is 58, which means that these top two are 58. And all we need to figure out is what angle 1 and angle 4 are. So angle 1 plus 58 plus 90 equals 180. Angle 1 plus 58 plus 90 is 148 equals 180. Subtract 148 on both sides. Angle 1 is equal to 180 minus 148 is 32 degrees. Okay, so angle 2 is 90. Angle 3 we said was 58 degrees. And angle 1 and angle 4 are both 32 degrees. Okay. Again, angle 1, if I put my box in the center, we know angle 1 is 90 degrees. Using your 30-degree angle, we know these are 30 and its opposites on the other side are 30. So angle 4 is 30 degrees. And now all we have to do is the same scenario. Angle 2 is equal to, angle 2 plus 90 plus 30 equals 180. Well, 90 plus 30 makes 120. Subtract 120 on both sides. And angle 2 is equal to 60. Okay, so if angle 2 is 60 degrees, that means angle 3 is also 60 degrees. Okay. Same thing here, we're going to continue to find the measures of these interior angles, and if you put your boxes in the center, you're going to find some right away. Okay, so in this case, angle 4 we know is 90. We know angle 2 in this case is 90. And we know angles 1 and angle 3 are both 90 degrees in this example. Okay, so if we have a 35 degree here, that means that these 4 spaces are all going to be 35. So angle 2 equals 35 degrees. Now for 3 and for 1, it's that same scenario where we add up. We'll use angle 1 plus 90 plus 35 equals 180. Angle 1 plus 90 plus 35 in your calculator is 125 equals 180. Subtract 125 on both sides, and angle 1 is equal to 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. So angle 1 and angle 3 are 55 degrees. Okay, next they give you 60 degrees. Well, if those are 60, that means all 4 of these spaces, here, 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 and here are all 60 degrees. So angle 1 is 60 degrees. All right. Then to solve for angle 3, you're going to add that 90 degree from the center. You're going to add 60, and you're going to set it equal to 180. Angle 3 plus 150 equals 180. Subtract 150 on both sides, and angle 3 equals 30 degrees. Okay. Here we have, again, if this is 35, that means that its opposites are all 35, which doesn't help us. And then we're looking for angle 2. So angle 2 plus 35 plus 90 equals 180. 35 plus 90 is 125. Subtract 125 on both sides, and angle 2 equals 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. Okay. Moving on to rectangles. They want you to find the value of x in the length of each diagonal. So ln is equal to x. So I'm going to draw my diagonal from L to N. And MP is across this diagonal, which is 2x minus 4. So remember, for rectangles, diagonals are congruent. So we're going to set these equal to each other. X equals 2x minus 4. I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides, and we get negative 1x equals negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 1, and x equals 4. Okay, again, we have diagonals here, ln and mp, so let's set them equal to each other. 3x plus 1 equals 8x minus 4. Subtract 3x on both sides. We get 1 equals 5x minus 4. Add 4 on both sides, and we get 5 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5, and x equals 1. Now, they ask you to find the value of x and the length of the diagonals. Well, let's just plug in 1 for ln. If ln equals 3 times 1 plus 1, which is really just 3 plus 1, which is 4. Okay. Again, more diagonals. ln and mp, let's set them equal to each other. 7x minus 7 equals 4x plus 3. Subtract 4x on both sides. We get 3x minus 2 equals 3. Add 2. 3x equals 5. Okay, divide both sides by 3. Don't be afraid of fractions. X equals 5/3. Okay. Just double checking my answer here. 4 times 1 plus 3. Okay. Yep, so x equals 5/3, and we could stop there for that one. I don't want you to solve with the fraction in there. So ln equals 5x minus 8, so 5x minus 8 equals 2x plus 1. Subtract 2x on both sides. We get 3x minus 8 equals 1. Add 8 to both sides. 3x equals 9. And when we have 3x equals 9, divide both sides by 3, and x equals 3. So let's take that and plug it in. Maybe this time we'll use MP. So 2 times 3 plus 1 is 6 plus 1, which is 7. Same deal. 9x minus 14 equals 7x plus 4. Subtract 7x, we get 2x minus 14 equals 4. Add 14 to both sides. 2x equals 18. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 9. Take that 9, plug it in, maybe for ln. Why not? ln equals 9 times 9 minus 14. Well, 9 times 9 is 81, minus 14 is 67. So ln equals 67. Okay, our last example here on the bottom, 3x plus 5 equals 9x minus 10. Subtract 3x on both sides. We get 5 equals 6x minus 10. Add 10 to both sides. 6x equals 15. Okay. Divide both sides by 6, and x is equal to 15 over 6. Okay. Again, don't worry about solving for this one, just with the fraction in there. Find the values of the variables, then find the side lengths. So, in this example, we're given a rhombus, which we know all the sides of the rhombus are congruent. Okay, so we need to figure out some sort of equation here. I see a 4x plus 3 equals 5x. And then I think we could use 3y and 15 together. So let's do that. 3y equals 15. Divide both sides by 3, and y equals 5. Here we have 4x plus 3 equals 5x. Subtract 4x on both sides, and we get 3 is equal to x. All they want you to do is plug in for the side length. So 3 times y becomes 3 times 5, which is 15. And then we get 5 times x, which is really 5 times 3, which is also 15. So we know we did it right. Okay. Here's your square. Again, we know that all the sides are congruent, so let's use the y equations together. Okay. And we'll work from there. So we have y minus 1 equals 3y minus 9. Subtract y on both sides. We get negative 1 equals 2y minus 9. Plus 9 on both sides. We get 8 equals 2y. Divide by 2, and we find that y is equal to 4. Okay, so you know that the equation is 4 minus 1, which is 3. So all of the sides should equal 3. And that's where this second part comes in. We have to use this x equation in some way. So 2x minus 7, and we know it's supposed to equal 3. Add 7, 2x equals 10. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 5. So let's see if that works. Is 2 times 5 minus 7. Well, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. It works out. All right, thanks for watching. I know it's been a lot. Make sure you're copying down all of these notes because, this is important in terms of this chapter and in terms of any quizzes coming up. So you guys, I know this looks like a lot to write, but you got through it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to submit your work and ask any questions that you may have.